back to Age of Sweet Treats. Today we are making candy grapes. So right now I am waiting for it to boil. And right now it's sitting at, can you guys see okay? I don't want it to be too crooked. I don't want you guys to fall off this thing I'm using. So what I am doing is candy grapes. I am waiting for it to boil and get to the point of me being able to go ahead and put my grapes in. And I'm also doing some cherries as well. And you want to make sure you have your stuff, excuse me, your pan with your sugar and all your ingredients are at 350 so soft crack, so you can go ahead and add them in and cook them that way. So what I'm going to do now is start adding my flavoring in as well. I have all my ingredients on the side of me ready to go so I can use them when I need to. So okay, and you'll make sure you use 2 drops of it, of your flavoring that you use. And the color that you use, you want to make sure you use about 1 or 2 drops. And it depends on your color that you want to use. That's completely up to you. I also got some water, cold water right here to stop the cooking. So I put this right here. So that way when I go from left to pick them up and then right to put it in the pan, and then I can go to the right and put it into the cold bath of water that I have here. And let me show you what it looks like. While it's bubbling. So this is what it looks like when it's cooking. And the temperature right here right now is at, can't really see, 160. So when it gets to 300 up here, between 300 and 280, the soft crack and hard crack, that's when you want to start putting them in and going ahead and get them started. So what I'm going to do is move the camera somewhere where you guys can see it a lot better. Just give me a second. Let me see. How am I going to do this here? Oh. You guys can see the pan, but you can't see any. I'm just going to keep you guys up here. And then when it comes to the point of it cooking a bit more, I'll move you guys closer so you guys can see it. Or yes, I just do it that way. Because at this moment, oh, there you go. You guys can see it now, right here. There we go. Oh, there we go. I'm still getting used to using YouTube Live here. Alright, let's check it again. It's still at 160. If you would like to, you could turn it up just a little bit. But I won't, be careful, because this speed that you're cooking it at, it can make it go a lot, can make it burn. It can burn it, so you want to be careful of not burning it while you're cooking. And depending on your stove, you can move it around so you can find a better spot where it's going to cook more. That depends on if you want it to go faster or slower. As you can see, it's bubbling right now. So what it would look like, I can give you an example. So I would take one of the grapes and then put it through the, oops. Um, Sherry, I don't know what you just sent. Um, in the comments, but okay. So what it would look like, what I would do is go grab a grape or cherry and then dip here and then go into the water. I didn't do the sugar because it already be coated in sugar, so I just decided not to add the sugar on the outside of it. But later on down the road, while it's cooling, you can add it if you would like. But since I'm already dipping it in the Hart candy, I would prefer not to do that. I am 27. How old did you guys think I was? Out of curiosity. Okay. Yeah, it's still moving very slowly, so it's not quite there yet. So you can try to move it forward and see if that helped with the heat on the stove. Then move to make it go a little bit quicker or speed up the bubbling process of getting it up there. And another thing you do not want to do while you're doing this is you don't want to leave this on the stove by itself. And the way that I had started this was with the syrup, culture syrup, the candy syrup, 2 cups of sugar, along with 2 cups of water. I put 2 cups in because the second part is going to boil down and evaporate, and I didn't want to just put 1 cup in because if you only put 1 cup in, it's going to evaporate too quick, and you're going to have burnt candy. What I am making today is candy grapes along with candy cherries. If you guys have any questions or anything, you can always ask. Tracy, you said I sound like I'm 13. I take that as a compliment. Thank you, but I'm actually 27. And you also can have your depending on how much candy you have left, you could take out other molds to use for the extra candy that comes out. I can show you the molds that I am going to be using. Just a second. Make sure you keep an eye on your candy, although you just stepping away for a hot minute. So the 2 molds I am going to be using is the paw prints. Well, I might change this one. I'm going to be using these ones here to make suckers. So let me go ahead and grab a different one and let me check on our candy. And it's going right here. You also can use a mat under your candy sucker molds to help you, because it might be a little bit hot after you pour your mixture into it. Okay, it didn't break or anything, so that's good. Okay, I'll be right back again. The other thing I'm going to use is this one right here. The flower mold. I have a flower mold. So while we're waiting for that, I go ahead and grab my sticks so you can see. Oh, wait. Here we go. Now you guys will be able to see the sticks where I'm going to place them. And our candy is almost there. So the reason why I'm using cold water is to help to stop it from cooking. Because if you don't use it, it can easily burn. So let me get my sticks so you can see. Just a sec. Here I put those sticks. Here they are. Okay. So when you're putting your sticks in, let me start with the sticks that you want to use are right here. These are the kind of sticks you want to use. Let me go ahead and get situated. You can use long sticks or short. So you want to have them go in like this. And then once these are put in, you'll be ready to go. But also when you're doing that, you want to make sure you have your silicone molds underneath, under another pan, so if you need to move it, you can without burning your hands. And that would look like it will look like this. So it will look like this. This will help you stop from. What you want to do is carefully lift this up. Oops. For you don't lose your sticks. Put this down right underneath, like so. And then put this here. It's okay if your sticks move. Just move them back to the place that you want them placed at. Like so. And make sure you still are keeping an eye on your candy because you do not want it to burn. So now it's ready to go. And this is what it looks like when you have your Oops, excuse me. All your sticks in. Excuse me. Lydia, I am making candy grapes. So now, let me move it. Ooh, too far in. Oh, can I go out? Okay, there we go. Now, there we go. So now we are back on the candy. You still want to keep an eye on it, because if you don't keep an eye on it really like you're supposed to, it can easily burn. Ooh, I can't really see because that's steam. You can also turn on the fan sometimes to help as well. Oh, and it smells so good. You want to make sure you also have a spatula as well to stir. And if you would like, you can always move your thermometer forward a little bit so you can see better. And you also could turn on your fans. Okay, and there we go. So you also can do that. So you can get more, so you can get your steam from you. So so it really don't be really hot in there in the kitchen while you're in here cooking. And so I am going to test it out first. Although I'm supposed to wait to 350, sometimes you can go ahead and put it in. Yeah, it's not quite ready yet. So, no, it's not quite there yet. So, what I'm going to do, it's not there yet, but it has a good taste to it, though. Well, you just have to keep an eye on it for a while. Okay. Oh, let me turn this down a bit because it's starting not. Oh. Continue to stir it, but not that often. Let me see the temperature since it's popping upward. Sometimes you can add more sugar to it, but that will also make it much longer for it to cook down in a way. Oh no. Okay, that was not my best. You also want to make sure you keep your stuff clean while you're going. So if it pops, just be very careful and go around so that you can make it get it much cleaner around the edges, and that way you won't get burned while you clean it. Can you guys see okay? I'm just trying to move you back so you can see. And guys, I am going to be making Laffy Taffy later on today. Try to move the sticks back a little bit. A question, guys. What do you think I should make next after this and the Laffy Taffy candy? It's not going fast. So what I'm going to do, you can always add a little bit more sugar. Just make sure you're being careful while you're doing that. And while you're doing this, you want to move it back off the eye. I might need to add some more food coloring to it, but this is only to help it a little bit. But okay, so now you want to work fast and put it back on the eye and stir that in. And give it a second to start boiling again. And here comes the steam and bubbles. Yep, here it comes. Question, guys, have anybody ever had popcorn balls? And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. No. Okay, so now guys, it had just jumped to 180. So we got it's moving very well. And I think I might need to add more food coloring in a little bit, if you can see here. But I think it's kind of cool how the oven top is changing to purple while I'm live. Okay, sorry about that. So now you can see it's like a hot pink. I'm trying to go for like a deep red. So let me go ahead and get the food coloring again that I just used. You don't have to specifically use red. That's just my perspective that I'm going to use. Okay, there we go. Now where did it go? I'm also going to add in a little bit more of my food flavoring that I'm using. Alright, there we go. That depends. It also depends on how you prefer it, or what's your taste like with it. And now I'm going to add more of the food coloring that I'm using. I have picked red. I'm going to add a little bit more of that to it. Alright, there we go. Okay. Or if you don't want to pour it, you can always put it on your spatula and stir it in, or grab a spoon and stir it. But I prefer to just pour at eye level, so I can know how much is going in. It's starting to move up to, oh, it looks like a purple. So it looks like I made a purple. Oh, wait. Oh, there you go. It looked like I had made a purple a little bit here. I have to see how it looks the color when it comes out. But it looks like a purple. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. It'll be fine with me. Have anybody ever made candy grapes before here? That's in my chat. The reason why I'm using sticks. Okay, you guys see? Okay, there we go. The reason why I'm using sticks is so I don't put get my fingers really close, and I don't lose the fruit while I'm doing it. So I'm using these to basically help me guide the fruit around to get candy on it, and then putting it on a mold, not a mold, a mat from a mold, so it will not get sticky on a plate that I put it on, if that makes sense, and then be much easier to work with. Oh. Alright, so it's still moving. You want to stir it every once in a while, but not often. Alright. And also, it depends on the pan that you use for your candy too. It takes a minute for the temperature to go up. I can't really see the temperature. And guys, if you have any questions, please be nice in the comments. Anybody else? Nope, nope. Okay. There we go. Nice and clean here. Just make sure you keep your stove top. Now keep wiping it so the candy don't stick on the countertop when you're going. Let me check the temperature, see where it is. Vertical is almost at 180, which that's not moving very much. Let me turn it up a bit here. I still want to be cautious of how high I turn it because I don't want it to burn. Because when you're doing hard candy, it burns very fast and quickly. I wonder did I have it down low, like really low. Okay, now it's at 180. We still needed to get to Hart prep for Hart prep. Am I looking at that right here? So it's almost there. Here, I can show you guys what I see. Just a sec. So what I see is right here, how it's at 180. And it's still climbing. So when you're cooking on your stovetop, make sure you have it at a very high temperature that you can cook it. That is not high, not low for your candy, because over variations, your candy can burn very quickly and easily. So you want to make sure you're being very careful of how you're doing this. And the reason why you want to use silicone mats and silicone molds for your candy is because they can easily, hold on just a sec. You can easily the hard candy can easily melt your molds and go straight through them. So you want to be very careful of what molds to use and what molds not to use. Like these two molds here are fine. But other molds that you have are probably not going to work with the way that you're trying to do your candy. And these work better to stop your candies from sticking to them. And you can easily pop them out. And because the molds here, they're easy to stop them from sticking and burning you while you're trying to pick them up. The ones I'm going to use on this one, I forgot to mention, was flowers. Excuse me, I lost my voice. Are flowers and smiley faces. So let's go back and check out how the temperature is on here. And it's at 180. Too close. Can you guys see? So it's at 180. There you go. A little bit better. The thermometer is a little bit tricky to see on this one. And now you can see here the candy is nice and bubbly. It's bubbling up really good. And here go the fruits I am using. As I mentioned earlier, it's easier for me to use the candy sticks to stop them from falling into candy and not being able to get them out. Let me go ahead and stir this again. So when you stir it, you want to go very slow like this. And make sure it's not burning. Can you guys see it? So when I dip the candies in, they go into the water. Oh, and that's the reason why, because it goes to the bottom. You see how those pieces there are getting hard. Okay, my camera's going blurry. You see how it's going hard right there? Going hard when it's dropped in there. And it's already starting to get hard on my spatula. So that means it's almost done and almost ready. There we go. Get that off of the spew. Whoa. And when you're cleaning up after your hard candy mixture, you're gonna want to run some cold water. Oh wait, cold water. Well, warm water so it can easily break it down. So the water can break it, so it can get soaked and broke down in there. All right. Okay, now it's moving to 200, so we're almost there. Okay. I'll wait for that to do that. I am going to be looking. I'm not leaving the kitchen. I'm still right here, keeping an eye on it. And I'm washing my hands so I can get the stuff off my fingers, because they're red. The red food coloring is going to stay on your fingers for a minute. So you want to make sure you get it off as soon as possible, so you don't have red fingers or any kind of coloring on your fingers that you're using. And then after you pour in your candy into your molds, you want to let them sit and rest. You probably don't want to move them unless you have to, like put them in a refrigerator or anything. You still want to make sure your candy's not burning as you're moving around in the kitchen by it. Sometimes it may look like it's ready at 200, but you have to still wait until it gets to that 300 crack. You can add more sugar and everything to it. You just gotta be careful of what you're doing and how you're doing it. Like so. This is how excuse I'm doing this to help it move along faster. Well, not faster, but give it more of a flavor. You don't have to if you do not want to. It's completely up to you. I'm just trying to make sure it has enough sugar, although I put a lot in there. So I just want to make sure. So go ahead and stir that up. Make sure you get all of it so it did not burn. Alright. Seems a little bit crooked for the monitor. I think I'm all set with that now. It just seems like it's slowing down a bit. What's on this side here? Alright. I can turn the fan off. Alright. Let me do this here. When you're cleaning your stove, be very careful. There we go. I think it's sweating on the pan. That's fine. So you see how it's starting to thicken up here? Oh. So this is the kind of consistency you want here. When you're cooking it. So let me turn it down since it's starting to get there. Okay. You also want to make sure you use the right pan, because if you don't, it's going to stick to your pans. And you're not going to be able to get it out very well. So you see how it's coming up here like this? That means it's almost there. We're at 220. Okay, so it's starting to move now. else for a minute, real quick? Here we are. Oh, about to go to sleep. Okay. Can't. All right, it's a softball. All right, so this is ready. So you're gonna be careful when you put it on the edge here. So I put this in the cold water for a minute in case until I need it. And as you see, it's already hardened. So what I'm going to start doing now is going to start adding in the candy. Well, the fruits. Alright. There we go. And that's how it's going to come out. Like so. Although that's already red and that's there. Let me put that there. Well, actually, let me put that out. So let me show you guys better. Oh, let me bring you guys back a little. Alright. So now we dip these in here like so. And then go like this. Twirl it around a bit. So now we dip. And then the next one, twirl, twirl, twirl. Come out, twirl it a little bit off. Oh, this one's going to fall off. Trying to. So that one tries to drip. Let it drip for a sec. And then move it here into the pan. And then this one, do the same thing. Twirl, twirl, twirl. Then bring it up. And then let it drip a bit. Like so. And then go into here. There we go. Now we're going to do, you can do two at a time or one at a time. So now you can go like this. And then go like that. In there. When you're trying to grab your sticks, be very careful. And then you go here, twirl, whoop. And then go here. And then twist, twist, twist. And then go in there. Oh. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry about that. So the final look for the, hold on just a sec. The final look for them is, oh, the candy's coming off. For the candy grapes, well, they came out like this.